She knew before she got out of her car that if she left them in the car, Amilio and Mateo could be injured, that they could die.
This is an incredibly sad case about a 20-year-old mother of two, a car, and a terrible, awful mistake. But it's not about murder.
First at 5, opening statements began in the case against Maya Hernandez, the Visalia mother accused of leaving her 2 young children in a hot car while getting a lip filler injection at a Bakersfield medical spa. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Rochelle Murcia.
And I'm Michael Patterson. 20-year-old Hernandez sat in the courtroom today as her attorney and the prosecutor made their case.
She's being charged with second-degree murder, involuntary manslaughter, and child cruelty. Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Roldan was there and joins us live outside the courthouse with the arguments made by both sides. Michelle?
That's right, Rochelle and Michael. The defense plans to concede the manslaughter and cruelty charges, but challenge the murder charge. The prosecution today called several witnesses to the stand, and some of them were clients from the spa the day of the incident. They shared surveillance footage from inside the spa that showed when Hernandez entered the waiting room where the 2 witnesses were, and a BPD detective who reviewed that footage says that Hernandez was sitting in there waiting for about 2 hours. During that time, the spa clients that testified today say that they conversed about their kids. There were other kids in the waiting room, and at some point another client asked Hernandez to watch over their kid as they stepped aside, and throughout all of those points in time, Hernandez did not mention having her kids with her once. One of the spa clients also testified to having stepped out and ended up about 2 to 3 feet from Hernandez's car, which he says appeared off and empty. The windows were too tinted for him to be able to clearly see inside. And then later on, after Hernandez's procedure, when she stepped out to her car and came back into the waiting room, the people there witnessed the critical condition that the kids were in, prompting a 911 call, which Hall ambulance personnel responded to. And according to a BPD officer's testimony and his body-worn camera footage, the Hall personnel performed life-saving efforts on Amilio, the 1-year-old who was unconscious, not breathing, and later proclaimed deceased. That same officer that testified today said that he saw Mateo and described him appearing lethargic with hair soaking wet. Here's what both parties had to say regarding this case.
There are no accidents in this case. This isn't a case of a forgotten child whose mom was in a hurry. These were intentional actions done willfully by the defendant. Keep in mind also that we are here because of choices. Choices made by the defendant. Choices made to leave her children in the car. Choices made to put her appearance before her children.
Ms. Hernandez went into the business to check on the status of her appointment. She returned to the car and she did text Nurse Harmony Pacheco. Pacheco was the nurse providing the procedure. Ms. Hernandez went into the business around 2 p.m. for what she thought was a 15-minute medical procedure. Before she goes into the business, she left her kids in their car seats with cookies, a bottle of milk each, and with Mateo, she left her phone so that he could watch TV. Before she went into the business, Ms. Hernandez left her keys under the seat. The car was running. The air conditioning was on.
Now, today was cut short, but we will continue to follow along with this tomorrow at 9 a.m. as evidence continues. Reporting in Bakersfield, Michelle Roldan, Eyewitness News.